Hello, welcome for all those who have joined me today in this impromptu Team Fortress 2 stream. We have today the Screaming Seagulls, my friends of many years at this point. Our roster consists of Eco on Medic, Shugi on Demo Man, I suppose, Rohi on Soldier. We have Sipe on Sniper, Gage on Pyro, Jeff on Heavy, Red Charge himself on the Engineer, and Flame on Spy. It's going to be a great game. We're up against Untitled. I'm casting. Normally I play Spy, but we have too many people today, which is a great problem to have. So I'm backseat casting, if you will. On the other team, we have some longtime Highlander players. Notably, their Sniper Wonder was absolutely diffing the other team's sniper last game they played in, so we have a scary sniper to go up against today in our match. This is week 2. Did not stream week 1 because I was playing, and I kind of just showed up and gamed. It was fun. We lost. We lost bad. It wasn't actually that fun. I got stomped. I got rolled. I sucked so bad that I crashed out a little bit. So it's a good thing I didn't stream that game. So either way, we're watching. The game's about to start here, as I've been informed. So, enjoy this live stream of competitive Highlander TF2. So, on the red team, we have on defense, Untitled. And generally on defense, the defending team is going to want to get an Engineer up on... Also mention that. This is Gravel Pit. We're doing the Retro Cup, so we're playing old maps that have not been played in competitive capacities in a long time. Now, what teams have figured out is that defending on the A site, which of course is the gravel pit side of the map, is kind of useless. All that usually happens is a spy sits around and gets information upon who's coming, and maybe goes for a stab on the medic. On the beach side, the Engineer will get their stuff set up, and very commonly, maybe not in this case, as it doesn't look like the Engineer's set up for it, what they'll do is they will get their sentry gun here, and they will wrangle jump up to height, and then bring their gun. It looks like he might be doing so. We'll have to see if Irwin decides to take the Wrangler setup. But generally what teams will opt to do is shoot the Engineer up here and bring the sentry gun to watch from house, and then this becomes an impenetrable fortress. Either way, game's big on here. They give up A for free because A is just really tough to hold, although it looks like they're spending some resources to try to slow down the capture of A, which isn't very common. However, we are going to have a pretty simple capture process. Everyone just gets onto point. It looks like Red Spy is going to maybe go for a potential stab on Jeff the Heavy, or maybe on Ethan the Sniper. But we'll be getting a pretty easy cap here. Comms coming out. We do see the medic actually. Eco playing on point, a little bit risky, but he has his whole team with him, so it's not really a problem. Once they capture A, it looks as though we're going to see a rotation through C. Now, of course, there's two ways to approach this. One is through the B tunnels, like Rohi is doing now, trying to get some pressure, trying to draw some eyes, get some noise going. Once he draws some eyes on A, the team can push through house here, coming from C side. But it looks like Wonder is aware of what's going on here and is getting ready for some shots. We see, will he get any picks here? Any snipes? He sees the medic, doesn't hit it. Now, that's enough space created. It looks like there was a stab. There's no sniper on blue team now. Screaming Seagulls has lost Ethan. Red Charge with a sentry up by the spawn here. Looks like they're going to opt to take control of C before they push into B, which is a very forward strategy. We'll have to see how it turns out. Any dyers on the red team are going to have to run past this sentry gun, which is being set up right in front of the spawn here. A very bold strategy from Red Charge. We see Jeff pushing in with medic. We see how far they can go in through here. There's no sticky trap. They have to fight the sentry gun, though. It's an Uber to take the sentry gun down. It's wrangled. It's not taking enough damage. Sticks coming down, but they're not far enough. The sticks didn't make it, and the push is going to be thwarted. Unfortunately, they could not get the gun. They could not take enough players down, and it's going to be a wasted Uber, a lost Demo Man and Soldier and Scout on the side of Screaming Seagulls. They'll have to recuperate. The medic has lost his heavy with Spy and is picked away. So that is, unfortunately, a failed push on the side of the Screaming Seagulls. However, they do have this rat teleporter from Red Charge, or should I say Rat Charge. So at a moment's notice, we will see players coming through behind enemy lines here. Now, what can Shugi do? Has he been spotted? It looks like the Spy is is aware of this teleporter. Oh, you hate to see it. It doesn't look as though Shugi was able to get too much done. Spy here, Flame trying to go for something here, but it's unfortunately not looking like it's going to pan out. Gravel Pit is a really disjointed kind of map to be pushing into. You want to make sure you have your old team together. It's a very tough map. It looks like What? Okay. We got the team recouping over here. We got some spawners. I'm not sure what happened earlier. We had a double suicide occur. Wonder, of course, watching this wall here, trying to get some snipe picks. As much pressure as you can apply to let the other team not come through a way you'd like to take. Because if there's a sniper watching here, the demo man can't really walk through. If Ethan is able to pick off Wonder, then Screamy Seagulls are able to come in through here, no problem. However, without that, they're in trouble. So they're trying to make space for their sniper to get on point. It looks like we're pushing the heavy on. There's still a soldier up on top. It's a heavy v heavy on the point here. Our players are a little bit unhealthy, but they're grouped up. We have an Uber pushing into around the corner. It's an Uber v Uber exchange. We get the sentry gun. Sentry gun down. The Screaming Seagulls push on a point with Jeff. Jeff is low. Jeff goes down. They still have a lot of pressure here on the red team. Gage taking down the Pyro, going down to the Heavy. The Heavy going down to our sentry gun here. Red pushed up his sentry gun, getting some great damage. It is going to go down to the soldier most likely, unless he can rescue Ranger it. Rescue Ranger it out of harm's direction. But unfortunately not far enough. Oh, unfortunately Eco looks like he's caught up, but he's not actually killed yet. Tentatively. And that's going to be another push attempt, unfortunately thwarted. Flame is caught out and he is dropped. It's a tough one. Sniper is watching entrance to B. Does not want people coming in through either B tunnels, but it looks like we're coming in through close to tunnel side. Trying to get some established space here. There's this spy flanking right now. Will we see a spy play on the medic? Ooh, very close, but not quite. Eco, fully aware but unable to stop what's in front of him. And the team, in the meantime, while I was watching that backline tactics there, they did go down. Yeah, Gravel Pit's just one of those maps. It's a lot like Steel in a sense, where if you're not fully coordinated and are able to take the space you need to when you need to take it, it's a really rough map. The Screaming Seagulls have 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to make their push and capture a B site here, and hopefully move that along to capturing C as well. One more push out through side here. We have Gage on the point, Pyro on point. Heavy, Red Heavy is not in any space to actually be contesting this. We have an Uber on. Everyone died. Yeah, we'll see how they recoup here. After this game ends, we will be seeing the flip side here, where the Screaming Seagulls will be attacking, or sorry, defending, and the other team tries to make more progress than we did. So we'll have to see how that goes. Looks like we're doing another push out of tunnels here, probably just a full send push here, see how it goes. Some good reflections by Gage, but we need a bit more than that to get through. Red Sniper is not actually watching that right now. Where is the Red Sniper? There's a Spy v Spy going on last point here. In the meantime, it looks like the Screaming Seagulls have pushed up and are taking control of Shed here. We have an Uber charge. I think we'll be pushing this in with our Demo Man. Demo Man is going to jump in. The Uber is much, much worse on the side of Screaming Seagulls. Unfortunately, it looks like they weren't able to make any ground there. And yeah, unfortunately, it does not look as though they will be taking this point. They have one last attempt here. They have time for building up one last Uber. They still have Jeff. Jeff is still up. Can Jeff make a dream happen? He's running around. He's getting ready for a pincer play with the spy. Unfortunately, he encounters the scouts. They now know he's in this house here, but they don't know about Flame. Flame looks like he's going to be running away from the pyro mostly. Jeff is unfortunately probably not going to be able to take the pyro in demo here. Rohi getting in position as well. His position is compromised. The spy did call it, so they do know he's there. But that's not enough. Rohi's able to take out the heavy. And meanwhile, we have a push coming out over here. They're very unhealthy. And they take a bomb, and it's going to be pretty nuclear. They lose the demo man, but can they push in without a demo man? They're down quite a few. Gage running onto the point here. Pyro v Pyro per demo. Sniper getting free range shots here, but he's not able to do much. Flame goes for a shot, almost gets him. Sniper's at 5 HP. And the gun is sapped, and the engineer's dead. Actually, dreams might have just been made here. We have a lot dead on the side of the red team, so if the Screaming Seagulls can push this with their sniper and get players on the point, we have Rohi up here on Soldier on the roof. How'd they get a heavy up here? There's a teleporter, and that's going to be tough to take care of with that teleporter there. There's so much aerial spam to take care of. It's going to be a miracle if they can make something happen at this point, but not impossible. Although, maybe a little bit improbable at this point after the deaths there. Can Gage make this happen? Of all the classes to be holding this right now, a pyro would be it. A great try, but it doesn't look as though this will be one at this point in time. The pyro will go down here. We do actually have one final pub push going in. Spy's caught from behind. The demo's getting free shots. The heavy's flanking. It's just too many targets for one heavy to deal with. We do have Red Charge putting a mini sentry down on point. Not a bad idea, but you've got the world to fight against. Ethan on with the SMG! Red Charge versus the world, but what a great last hurrah, but it's not going to be enough. Gage is back for one final run at things, but it's short-lived. Screaming Seagulls will now be defending. We'll see how well they can defend B-site themselves. Will we see sentry gun on the roof? Is that what they will be doing? We shall see.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
We'll watch some of the engineer rollout here. See what kind of entertaining rollout shenanigans you might see in a competitive Highlander Retro Cup Gravel Pit engineer rollout you might see. Riveting gameplay. Of all the classes that have things to do in a rollout, you're going to be looking at the Demo Man and the Medic, although it doesn't look like we're doing that this time. Sometimes you will run crits, put some crit stickies down, run back, switch to Uber, and be ready for the rest of the game on Uber Charge. But it doesn't look like we've opted to do that this time. Instead, it looks as though the only person of interest will be Red Charge here on Engineer, who's running the Wrangler, and it looks like he will be wrangling jumping up here. He is running the shotgun, so he can't rescue Ranger the building here. But I think he might just be setting up the teleporter and keeping his oh, nope, he switched to the Rescue Ranger now. Will he be moving his gun onto the roof of the hut of B point? Let's see. Meanwhile, of course, you will have blue team pushing into A site here. More or less oh, it looks like we were trying to do an A-hold. We're losing quite a few. Soldier and Heavy and Scout all go down on A site. That isn't exactly ideal. It looks like there's some form of a push happening where they're fighting for A side, but they're in a bad spot. They've popped Uber. This is a full commit to defend A site. I guess they're trying to get as much time as possible. Oh! I understand! Because they're defending! If they can defend this point on this initial push, then they will win the round! Because they didn't capture A fast enough! So if Red Team's able to hold this point for just like a little bit longer, then do they win? I don't know. Is that how we're doing stopwatch? It doesn't appear to be the case. But I think what they just did there was probably really important. Otherwise, I don't know why they would have done it. Eco's a mastermind, and I'll have to ask him as a post-game interview what they're doing. We do have an early heavy push up here. He's not very secretive. He's shooting his little gun around. But it doesn't look like they fully clued into him being there. He's taking up a lot of space. We can't get free peeks. But Ethan taking out the Demo Man. And we will see... Oh, we won't see. We will see the same sentry gun placement as we saw from the other team. I really was expecting some form of a roof sentry. Maybe that's just a meme. Maybe it's just a meme. Ooh, Spy through the teleporter, gets the soldier, and he surfs the rock. He surfs the bullets all the way out of there. A well-played play from second time playing this map on Spy. We have Annie on demo coming up around this corner, getting some sticks out. Not quite connecting to much, but certainly causing a bit of fear. Ethan going around to try to get a peek. Takes a body shot. Red Charge taking some damage from the heavy, backing up. We are letting them take a lot of pressure here. Rohi on the point, taking care of him on Soldier. Heavy low, heavy down. And once again, we will see about 6 minutes and 50 seconds, hopefully, of holding on this. This is a Spy play unfurling here. Taking a bit of rocket damage here, but maybe not really carrying that much as long as he lives. He's back up to his hiding spot, falls back down. It's very fascinating stuff. I gotta say, Spy psychology is one thing that you can never excuse when watching Team Fortress 2. He's in this funny little spot. He can't find his footing. It's tragic. He's wearing his banana shoes. We have the sniper getting ready for shots here. There's an Uber exchange outside a house here. We do lose the Screaming Seagulls scout. Piggies in that exchange. We almost lose Gage. Gage goes down too. Jeff's going down too. Oh, it's a massacre. They were unable to hold onto house, and Blue is going to be pushing in here and taking over everything. It's a rough one. We're just desperately trying to keep the sentry gun alive, but there's so much spam. There's so much. You really just. It's Red Charge is making miracles right now, and because of this, they aren't able to take all that much position. Because of the amazing wrangling and rescue rangering on the sentry gun, they just can't take it yet. And it's still alive. It's still up. We have time to get spawners. Jeff's on the roof. Scout's in the house. Gun finally goes down, but it was enough time. Red Charge stalling for enough time for Screaming Seagulls to get their footing back here once longer. Once longer. We see a reapproach from Sniper over here trying to get a pick, maybe on the demo. Demo sees. It's not going to be an easy pick this time. Somehow, Screaming Seagulls holding on to this B site. Now, these stalemate situations here on, Gravel Pit B site is probably and precisely why Gravel Pit was discontinued from the regular competitive circuit. Which is why in these retro cups, we're trying the old maps again, like Bad Water, like Gravel Pit, and another one that I forgot which one it was, but we'll see next week. Or tomorrow, I mean. Or just tomorrow, not next week. We see a stab on Screaming Seagull Sniper. We see a takeout of the Demo Man. There was an Uber exchange over here to survive. It's I'm doing a terrible job actually following the action, but Screaming Seagulls going down quite a few, getting trades where they can, but overall they are down quite a few important characters. They always, if they can, want their heavy demo, soldier, and sniper up. And of course, actually all of them are really important. I'd say disposable stocks at this point are mostly going to be the scout. Now, Blue Team did a great job here. They've destroyed the teleporter for Screaming Seagulls, trapping some of our key players in spawn here, and letting the rest of the Blue Team run out here to fight the fewer defended B point here. Now, it is going to seem, if they push and capture here, which it looks like they will, that will be the game. Now, we will be doing a second run of things in the opposite order to see if that'll change anything. We do have this teleporter up. Somebody will be able to take the high ground. It's going to be Red Charge. I'm assuming level 2. Finds a soldier up there, so unfortunately his plan was thwarted. We do have Spy getting ready to do stuff, but on pretty low HP. He's exactly 6 HP. Medic pushing up, keeping our Demo Man alive. Demo Man getting a bit of sticks in, but yep. That will be the first round going to Untitled. Now, I am curious to see if we will see any class changes for the Screaming Seagulls. Will we see Rohi playing Demo Man? Generally, we have Rohi Mig himself. Generally, he's touted as an amazing Demo Man player. So it's quite the fascinating choice for him to be on Soldier. So we'll have to see. Will this continue, or will we see some changes in the class choices? And as I suspected, we do see Rohi going on to Demo Man. And it looks to be Shuggy playing on Soldier. So we'll have to see how much that affects the game. Now, in the meantime, if you'll excuse me alt-tabbing, let's see if I can find the logs for this game. Well, it looks as though we won't be finding the logs for this game. Oh, we might indeed. Let's check. Go. Rohimig. Alright, we're going to see some huge damage from Blue's Demoman. Annie doing 6,280 damage. More importantly, 360 damage a minute. Followed by Wonder, getting 340 damage a minute on Sniper. With just a ton of damage all around from all of the Blue players with her Demo, Sniper, Scout, and Spy. Followed by Flame, getting 15 kills and almost 300 damage a minute on our Screaming Seagulls, Spy. If we sort by kills, we see a lot of blue at the top, a lot of red at the bottom. So seeing if we will be switching out Rohi for Demoman here, we'll see how much of a difference that makes. Rohi being a real powerhouse of projectiles. We'll have to see. So this time, Screaming Seagulls will be starting on defense. Seeing what kind of shenanigans they will be doing. Probably doing a similar hold. This time, once again, with change of classes. So we will be seeing Mr. Roaster Mig on Demo. Yeah, should be fascinating. I wonder if we will see that same level of aggression on A site. I'm very curious. I'm very curious to ask Eco after this game what the mindset involved with rushing A while they were capping was. But that's going to have to be for after. Here, while we're setting up here, 15 seconds, I just want to open up YouTube chat because I have not got the chat open. So if anybody's been talking this whole time, I haven't been able to read it, but that will be changing here in a moment. Alrighty. I can now see chat. Thank you to those who's been participating. I see you now. Mulkin Charizard. Yep, so it looks like we won't be having any forward aggression onto A site this time. Screaming Seagulls vowing to just let bygones be bygones. A site be taken without any issue. Flame watching from a ridiculous spot on some geometry displacement that I didn't even know you could get to. What a fascinating spot. Looks like this will be a pretty even push. Half coming from tunnels, half coming from the house. Wonder taking some early damage. He goes down, actually, right away almost. Just checking classes there. Heavy pushing up. Pyro pushing up. We don't have anybody holding on bats here except for our scout. But we'll have to see. We've got the core of the gamers. We got a pretty aggressive sentry spot here. This is potentially spammable from this position here. However, that's why we've got a soldier watching to make sure nobody gets any free shots there. The sentry will be watching this tunnel here, completely invalidating this sniper peeking here. See a scout versus scout going on bats here. It looks like Untitled here is trying to take as much C space as they can. If they can own C, then they can truly try to pincer in to take B. And we see the teleporter getting sapped now. Actually, they're going to be taking the teleporter. And they get a stab on the soldier. Well done. It was the similar plays last time. They'd go at the same time as the Uber charge here. It was an Uber exchange that I completely missed following the spy play. But it looks as though Screaming Seagulls successfully defend this onslaught. Soldier peeking around the corner. He's spotted. They know he's there. But they need to recoup. They're a bit unhealthy. With the teleporter still up, they are able to still make a successful push. Are we going to see a sap or are we going to see another sicko play? Another sicko play. This time getting the heavy and sapping the teleporter. Should get a little bit slow in the draw there, but we do get the spy in the end. But unfortunately, that is the teleporter down. That's a huge detriment to the team to not have a teleporter there. And that means any spawners are now going to have to come through this sentry gun hold here, which is takeable, don't get me wrong. But while the efforts and, you know, time spent trying to take care of the sentry gun are spent, they are able to slowly encroach onto B site and take what they want. And hello, David Hansen. We see an aggression in here. It's going to be an Uber exchange here. Both teams using on their scouts. Or one team using a demo, one using a scout. Looks like we're running right past the whole team here. Trying to get as much aggression towards the sentry gun as possible. And it looks like we will be taking down the sentry gun. That's a really important pick. Jeff and Flame taking out the sniper. So it actually looks like we dealt with C pretty well. But unfortunately, it looks like we might be losing B site as a result. But you know, instead of losing both, it's better to just lose one. So it looks as though Untitled will be taking point B here. And I don't think the Screaming Seagulls are going to be too worried about it. They're just going to hunker down and defend C. Now this will be the first time we see a C hold here on this map, Gravel Pit. So we'll have to see. How's it going to be? Spy has infiltrated the Spire. He's going to probably try to go for a stab on the Demo Man, who is isolated, back turned. That's a stab onto Rohi. There's no Demo Man on the side of Screaming Seagulls. That's a very important defensive piece for this hold. And now we're going to be seeing the team bursting out with no door pressure. There's a sentry being built, no spam on it quite yet. Shuggy taking it down, but unfortunately it's wrangled, so it's going to take 5 rockets. It goes down. Heavy's walking up the Spire. It's a Spy Uber! It's a Spy Uber on the Heavy! He's going to get stabbed or gunned down. Don't see those too often. Now, we've only got 3 on top of Spire watching this. We do see a scout encroaching on the Heavy. He goes down. We have Shuggy jump down. Unfortunately, now we only have 2 people watching from top of point here. It's a Pyro. He gets pushed off. The point is being overtaken by Blue. They have a Pyro. It's going to be very hard to get him off. Gage is coming up to try to get an air blast. He knocks the Pyro off, but he can't get the demo quite yet. Getting a lot of cap time, but Gage takes back the point and point pressure. So now we've got... Ooh, we had Rohi, but he goes down to the Pyro. Gage once again pushes them off, one-handedly taking care of this point, but he's going to get jumped by the demo and the soldier and the Heavy, and that's going to be Untitled taking C point. Now, that was a very fast push from Untitled. Can we see a similar amount of aggression from the Screaming Seagulls? If they lose here, that's it. It's done. And they're going to be losing week 2. However, if the Screaming Seagulls are able to successfully beat the time posted here, we will be going to a Game 3 scenario. And a Game 3 scenario means hopes and riches and all sorts of bitches beyond your wildest dreams. But actually, in reality, what that means is you have to play Gravel Pit one more time. So, there's a reason why a lot of teams forfeit this week. They didn't want to play Gravel Pit. So we'll have to see. How will the Screaming Seagulls fare in their aggression here? Will the switch to Rohi Mig on Demo Man be enough of a decisive difference to turn the tides of fate?
5, 4, 3.
We have 3 seconds to find out. Spy on top of house. We have actually a bit of an a-hole. We have a sniper watching tunnel here. Demo out first, goes down to Bleeding Soldier. There's a lot of aggression here. We have Engineer, Red Charge over here, getting a sentry set up. Will this be a level 3? I imagine it may be. Successfully pushing the sniper off point. We did get some picks, but A site will be a pretty free take for the Screaming Seagulls, as per expectations. Now comes the tough part. They need to take control of C and push into B. Now what we've seen be super effective is to take care of this teleporter, and once the teleporter's taken care of, you just gotta whittle them down one by one and keep control of this Spire on C. And if you're able to do that, then you're able to catch them out and slowly push them through. It looks like we're going to be taking an Uber exchange here with Rohi and Eco. Running in now. They're getting blasted back by the Pyro, but Gage is able to put back a bit of pressure. It's an Uber exchange here. Heavy's getting a lot of damage in post, but he takes a lot of damage too, so he's got to eat. Meanwhile, Jeff is getting some pressure, almost gets this sniper, but doesn't quite get enough in there. We have a lot of unhealthy players on the side of red and a lot of unhealthy players on the side of blue. Overall, pretty even exchange. Losing 2 Screaming Seagulls players, though, but taking out the sniper. Sniper v sniper down. Now we're dropping players on Seagulls left and right, so it's looking like this won't be a one play here, but they do still maintain advantage over C. And a cheeky little scout kill here, running into the... It was a Minecraft murder that just occurred. Now we gotta look out. There is a sniper sitting outside of spawn here. It would be great to see a bit more spawn pressure here because Wonder just dropped the medic and he is completely playing uncontested. He's just taking free shots and Demo's now on him. He's going to go down, but having the medic drop there is a huge detriment, and Rohi will go down to the scout. And it looks as though the Seagulls will not be able to successfully hold on to this too successfully. They're going to have to rebuild their Uber. Meanwhile, fighting back all the spawners constantly. There's going to be a spy, a scout, and a sniper to deal with. Now a heavy spawning too. It's going to be a rough hold. I think there might be spread too thin, and it might be time to be pushing in with all their players, but it looks like they tried that, and their push died, so if they can hold this for 3 minutes, or sorry, not 3 minutes, hold this for a little while with only 3 people, then they've got a shot at victory here, but it's going to be a tough hold, and they've lost the sentry, they've lost the demo. Gage is in there getting some work done, but he's going to go down, leaving just a spy behind. And now they will have to dry fight into B site here while all the spawners are still getting situated. It looks like the sentry gun's going to go down, Rohi taking it down. There's a fight of soldiers on the point here. Jeff making some progress. It looks like we're getting some big picks. Snipers down. Engineers down. We're pushing on to the point. It's going to be an Uber exchange on Rock, or sorry, just a red Uber. We do not have blue Uber charge yet. Medic will be going down, so a successful exchange for Untitled, decimating the Screaming Seagulls offense once more. Rohi getting some big picks here. Gage getting some great cap time. This will potentially be a capture here, but we only have 1 minute and 30 seconds left until we see a winner. Because even if they cap B, they still have to cap C in the next minute 25. So this is kind of a do or die. Either the Seagulls push in now and cap both points back to back, or they get stabbed in the back to back, and that's probably the end of their offense. Shugi's still hiding, trying to find the right opportunity. Gets a spam rocket on the medic. Doesn't quite make much happen. Takes care of the dispenser. Harasses the medic a bit, gets launched off, and dies to fall damage. We do have a sentry gun up. We have 54 seconds in a dream. Will our dream be a meme? I believe it will be. Yeah. I am thinking that this last hurrah here, for fun, for the logs, will be the last 25 seconds of Game 2 of RGL's Retro Cup, Group E? I think that's the group that we are in. A very close match. Very well played from the side of Untitled. Ari on Demo Man, Wonder on Sniper, getting some great plays. The Spy, second time playing this map, getting some ridiculously well-played stabs onto the roof there. There will be no overtime as the stopwatch ends here. And let's see if I can get some post-game interviews. I'm very curious.
Anyway.
Gamers!
Gamer.
I had a question, Eco.
Yeah.
When you guys were doing your first defense hold, what inspired the push onto A side?
If they capped A, we lost.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, they kept it at that time. Whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that was a do or
Tough
die.
luck.
I understand the Uber now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why whenever everything went to shit, I just locked it and just helped.
Bro, I saw Gage, like they were about to get on point. Gage lets him live. He jumps off the point through the window and air blasts them off the ramp so they fall back down. It was funny.
Yeah, who's excited to not play Gravel Pit anymore?
Me! I hate gravel pit. Why they put it in 2 different cups? It sucks.
I,
I don't know.
I love gravel pit.
Them add it to the
in
fucking
casual.
Highlander map pool next season.
I don't know. I didn't
Waste.
hate that, but it
Tomorrow.
felt really awkward.
You got some really good plays, Red.